What's up, guys? The Lazy Goldmaker here. Today we're going to take a look at 11.1, which is coming soon. So I wanted to talk about what's coming in 11.1 professionalized. So that's what we'll take a look at. Now Wowhead has us covered. One thing is that the Multicraft and resourcefulness buff is probably coming, or the Multicraft nerf and resourcefulness buff. We don't really know. This was sort of like under discussion. But if it's coming, then we will see Multicraft get nerfed by 30%, resourcefulness get buffed by 50%. And the result of that change is Multicraft is still a lot better than resourcefulness. It's about 2 times better after the nerf, or after these changes. Whereas before them, it's like something like 5 times better, 5 times more value per point of Multicraft. So yeah, resourcefulness still, nobody's going to use it. If this goes through, then a lot of Multicraft items are going to be more expensive to craft. So that might drive up the price a little bit. We also see that it's possible that the respec feature is coming. There's been data mined some currencies that are related to knowledge point resets. I don't know if we're getting a full reset or anything, at least as far as I know. But if we do, then that's obviously nice for some of you. Now, as I covered in my preparation video, you can and should be doing like your work orders right now. Catch up on your knowledge points. You do all of your patron orders, or if you log in every day or every other day, you should be maxed out in whatever you care about. By the time the patch rolls around, you should be ready to rumble without having any issues. But if you don't, or if you've put a ton of points into the completely wrong tree, then obviously this is going to be nice, and you'll be able to get a slightly improved build, which is going to be nice for those of you that's relevant for. Now, new recipes. This is obviously something that often brings with it a ton of profit in new patches. The recipes this time around are, at least the ones that are shown so far, are very underwhelming in my opinion. There's a new feast. Might be a bigger gold maker than the other feast. We'll have to see. There are new enchanted quests, which just replace the current set of enchanted quests for upgrading gear. These are only work order things, and there's very slim public order profits for the most part. There's some new wheels for the new drifting mount, the G99 Breakneck. This is interesting, could be some money on this, but it's a one-time purchase cosmetic item. On the other side, it does look like this is something that you actually sell on the auction house, which is quite nice. So this is something I would definitely be looking into buying fairly early on, I think. Then there's a new Vantus rune and a new contract, and a new lower level armor kit, which people are going to use the best in slot ones, and they're not particularly expensive, so this one doesn't really matter. And then we have the Vantus rune and the contract, both of which will sell really well quite early on, particularly if you can get the contract fast. Then people are wanna grind out. Now this, I would expect this recipe to be locked behind some level of reputation with the cartels of Undermine, so you need to go hard. Vantus rune, I haven't looked into the recipe source yet. So that's what we're getting, which means that we're not really getting any changes for big stuff. We're still going to be using all the same flasks, all the same potions, all the same enchants, all the same crafted gear. Nothing is going to change. It's going to be the recipes you already have. It's going to be the builds you already have to reach maximum quality, using the materials you already have. Now the flip side of this is obviously you can prepare if you want to take the risk of buying up stuff that will sell a lot more after the patch rolls around and people are back doing M+ in larger numbers. But that has been historically very risky. Often you need to sell within a very short time period, which you don't know exactly when it's going to be. The price spike is often short-lived, particularly with the region-wide auction house, but it can be a little bit higher sometimes. if you do, you would want to target something like flasks or potions with volume. And on the off chance that we do get the 11.0.7 plan changes, then you may want to craft up a bunch of flasks and potions ahead of time so that you are ready to go. That being said, herb prices probably have been stabilized by now, but typically you see them trend down throughout the entire expansion for most materials. So there is the chance that material prices are going to be even lower by the time the patch rolls around, and you'll be stuck with a bunch of flasks and potions that you end up selling at a loss. So yeah, as far as professions go, I think this is a very underwhelming patch. There's very little new, which isn't super surprising. I mean, they have gone away with a lot of the new stuff they added. Back in the day before Dragonflight, they would often add a way to craft higher level catch-up gear, but that's been completely removed from like the BOE pool. It's something you only do with crafting orders, which has led to no one utilizing that system at all for gearing out alts. There's no new consumables, no new BOP crafted gear you craft for yourself, because that's all once again done through the crafting order system and the Spark system. So there's really nothing much. We get, at least not if this is the complete set of recipes. Maybe we do see some more recipes added to the list eventually, and we have some more fun. Hopefully that will be the case. Either way, 11.1 is looking essentially like 11.0 from the gold making perspective. That's it.